It's all right for you, but it means she's going to have to stay in here much longer, maybe even years. And we were going to get out together at the same time so we could look after one another.
Doreen, everybody knows that Lizzie prefers it in here because this is where her friends are.
Well, what do you think I am? It means I'm going to be outside all by myself. She could die before she gets out of here.
Oh, stop it, stop it. I'll go and see them. I'll tell them what happened.
You can't do that, love. I mean, they'll never believe you anyway. It won't do you or her any good at all. She wants you to get your parole.
What chance have I got? With no job to go to. Nowhere to live.
Alistair McLean and MI5. What's going on?
Thanks for coming over, Jan. You're a love.
My God, you look awful. You're so pale.
Well, it's hard keeping the suntan in Wentworth.
Oh, now, darling, let's sit down, have a nice cup of coffee or a long vodka, and you can tell me all about it.
Well, actually, I haven't got much time. Did you see a man parked in a car across the road?
Yes, who's he? Our man from ASIO?
No, he's a pushy young journalist from one of those Sunday papers. He's been hounding me for a story.
Oh, don't be in it, dear. Hold out for one of the better publications.
I've got to go out for a while now, and I don't want him tagging along.
Ah, so that's why you wanted me to wear this gear.
Exactly.
Say no more, my dear. It's all yours. Just give me a bottle of vodka, a straw, and lead me to it.
Having heard the evidence and read the reports, I trenchantly criticise the action of the prisoners in taking retribution into their own hands, instead of seeking advice from the officers. However, I've no doubt Mrs. Davidson will exact the appropriate punishment of the other offenders.
They was only trying to stop Kay from gambling. It's against the rules.
I'm well aware of that. But they must learn it isn't their responsibility to hand out punishment.
But no one was going to get hurt.
But they did. Didn't they, Birdsworth? Which brings me to the next point. I find it very difficult to believe, taking your age and physical condition into consideration, that you would be able to inflict a blow to cause such extensive damage to the deceased's head. After all, she was much younger and stronger than you. As there were no witnesses to the incident, I'm more inclined to believe that you laid in wait and attacked her before she could retaliate.
No, that's not true. She tried to choke me. Look at the marks.
You could have put them there yourself.
I feel I should point out that Birdsworth's record is entirely free of any actual physical violence.
Nevertheless, the fact remains. A woman now lies dead because of your actions. I've no alternative but to inform you that you will be committed for trial to face a charge of manslaughter.
Hey, wait!
Thanks, Danny. Danny, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be at school.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, there's nothing wrong, is there?
No, I left at lunchtime. I couldn't wait to hear how Mum got on. They made up their mind yet?
No, not yet.
Well, how long are they going to be?
No, it shouldn't be too long.
Well, can I wait here?
We can't have you run around the streets, can we?
Well, if everything goes okay, how long will it be before Mum can leave?
Well, once her parole's been granted, there's no reason why she can't go straight away.
Maybe we could go home together.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, that reminds me. I've arranged to have some of your mother's things delivered this afternoon from your Aunt Sheila's. You know, your crockery, linen, that sort of stuff.
Well, that's great. Means we can move in together tonight.
Yep, that's right.
Oh, Mr. Bronson told me you called in on the way to work this morning. said you paid for the bond and 2 weeks' rent. Thanks. I'll pay you back since we get our money back from Aunt Sheila.
No, there's no hurry. Just wait till you and your mum are back on your feet again, okay?
Thanks. Well, I was pretty rotten to you when we first met, wasn't I?
You certainly were.
I'm sorry. You're about the best mate I ever had. It's going to be sort of strange, you know, not having you round.
Yeah, I sort of got used to having you around the joint, too.
It's going to be sort of strange.
Yeah. Strange.
Tracy, how the hell did you get here?
Hello, Joe. You surprised to see me?
Well, yeah, I thought you were still...
In the Wentworth holiday home. Well, I would have been if it was left up to you.
Come in, darling, come in.
Oh, don't worry. No one followed me. I made certain of that.
Hey, you look great. How did you get out?
Haven't you heard? The police offered to drop the objection to bail if I told them who set me up. I don't panic. Do you think I would? I had plenty of opportunity and a lot of pressure. I have a strange loyalty to friends and people I love.
Tracy, I didn't know.
Bastard, you set me up. You told me I was carrying gold, not heroin.
Tracy, I didn't know, believe me. We were both double-crossed. Listen, I didn't get anything out of it either. The guy who was setting up the deal told me it was gold. I didn't know what it was until you were caught. Then it was too late.
So you kept yourself safe and let me take the rap?
How could I help you if we were both inside? What do you think I've been doing since you went in? I've been organising the best defence counsels in the country for the trial. I've been searching for the mongrel who set us up. Tracy, you know me. Do you think I'd have anything to do with heroin? Smuggling a little bit of gold to take advantage of the price boom, that's one thing, but hard stuff, that's poison of the worst kind. It's not my scene.
I'm sorry, Joe. But what could I think? It was vile in there. They weren't going to let me out until I told them who you were.
How did you get out?
Daddy paid the bail. They thought you'd come after me, so they're having me watched, waiting for you to make a move.
What happened to the tail?
A girlfriend helped me. We gave them the slip.
You sure?
They haven't got a clue where I am. Oh, Joe, it's been so long since we were together. Just hold me and make me forget that place.
Oh, Lizzie, you got off.
La, good day, Jude. Where's Linda? Did a parole come through?
Oh, well, she hasn't heard yet. She should be along in a minute. How'd you go?
Oh, it wasn't going too good for a while. And if it had been up to the VJ, I would have been in the pound for the rest of my life. He wanted to charge me with murder.
See, I told you, didn't I?
How'd you get out?
Oh, well, Mrs. Davidson brought up me records and said it showed that I wasn't a violent type. And then I showed him the marks on my neck that Kay left.
So he let you off scot-free, eh?
Well, not exactly. I've been charged with manslaughter.
Oh, Lizzie, no.
Oh, well, how do you feel, Linda? Your parole didn't come through, so it was all for nothing.
Now, you leave her alone, Dor. It was my decision. I told her not to talk. Now, what happened at the parole hearing?
I haven't heard anything. They must have knocked it back. Oh, Lizzie, it's been such a terrible waste.
Hey, come on, Joan, stop that crying. You've got a visitor.
A visitor? Who?
Well, he's a rather smart young man. He's come to take you home.
Oh. Home?
Yes, your parole's been granted. Now, come on, hurry up, get your things. That young man's getting rather impatient.
Now, go on, get going before they change their minds.
Danny! Oh. Mr. Fletcher tells me you found us somewhere to live.
Yeah, it's going to be beaut. I bet he didn't tell you he's paid for the bond and 2 weeks' rental.
Yeah, well, that's just a bit of a loan to help you out.
Oh, Mr. Fletcher's arranged for all our stuff to be taken from Aunt Sheila's this afternoon.
Look, you better get moving or it'll get there before you do.
Goodbye, Mrs. Davidson. And thank you for all your help.
Goodbye and good luck.
Mr. Fletcher, I'll never be able to thank you for what you've done for Danny.
The only thanks I need is to never see you in here again.
Don't worry, you won't. Oh, you wait until you see the